very many. The words we can use to talk about people, they tell us more about the people we are living with, about the friends we are staying with or we are playing with. So we can be able to describe them or talk more about their character, their age, their size, and their behavior. And today, we are going to look at more words which we use to describe people. But this time, they are not simple words. They are going to be simple after we have looked at them. For example, the words we are going to look at, I look at you and I see how you do things and I see how you behave. Then I describe you following that one. For example, the word hardworking. When people see how you do your work, how you manage your activities, they can describe you as a hardworking person, a hardworking man, a hardworking girl. So we describe you from your character. And also there is another one which we are going to look at, dark skinned. This one here, they look at the way you look like, your skin color. They look at your color and then they describe you as a dark-skinned person. We don't have black, we have dark-skinned. And also we have light-skinned. Those people whom we call brown, they're not brown because brown color, we know it. So we don't have people who are brown. We just have light-skinned people. We have them in Uganda, we have them in Kenya, we have them in Tanzania, and any other part of the world, we have people who are dark-skinned and also those who are light-skinned. And also, we have this one here, where most people fall. Beautiful. The word beautiful. You look at a person, more especially a lady, you look at a woman, and then you say that woman is beautiful. My mother is beautiful, my sister is beautiful. When you look at the face, really the person will show that that one is beautiful. And also today, our fifth word is going to be good. You can't look at somebody's face and you say that person is good, but you look at what the person does and you say that person is good. She can welcome visitors, he can do the work alone, he finishes the work in the classroom. So you describe the person as being good from what the person does to you, to others, and even to himself or to herself. You describe that person as a good person. So these are the words we are going to look at today. Hardworking, dark-skinned, light-skinned, beautiful, and good. Still, we are describing people. We are describing people in our community. We have people whom we can describe as the words we have put on the blackboard. We are going to learn how to spell them. We are going to learn how to spell our words. The first one is hardworking. Hardworking. From the word hard, H-A-R-D, and then the word working, W-O-R-K-I-N-G. We are spelling the word hardworking. Everybody can spell it? That's very good. If you can spell it, that's very good. Now, we are going to continue with our spelling exercise, but let's go for a short break. We shall come back and we'll continue.
Time now for Fan Fact.
Yes, my friends, welcome back to my school. Before you went for that short break, we are looking at the adjective words. Those are the words we use to describe a noun. And in particular, we are describing people. We have looked at hardworking, we looked at dark-skinned, light-skinned, beautiful, and the last one is good. Before we went for that short break, we are trying to learn how to spell our words. We said you can't just think that the person is hardworking unless you have looked at what the person does. So we are trying to spell the word hardworking. We spelled it as H-A-R-D, then the word working, W-O-R-K-I-N-G. We are spelling the word hardworking. Let's put our word which we have spelled on the blackboard. Next, let's also spell the word dark-skinned. Dark-skinned. Remember, we said we don't have people who are black because black color, it's like our blackboard here. But with people, we call them dark-skinned. And how do you spell a word? It is D-A-R-K-S-K-I-N-N-E-D. You can spell it now. So let's put it on the blackboard. We have spelled our two words. Now let's spell the word light-skinned. Very simple word from the word light. L-I-G-H-T-S-K-I-N-N-E-D. You've spelled it, the word light-skinned. Let's match it here. Another one is beautiful. We spell together B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. The word beautiful. You'll be able to learn how to spell them. What you do, you keep on writing them, keep on reading them, keep on revising. You'll be able to spell those words. And our fifth one is good. Very simple. It is G-O-O-D. The word good. Very good. So we have looked at our words which we use to describe people, looking at what they do, looking at their color, and looking at the way they behave. So you describe the person as hardworking, dark-skinned, light-skinned, beautiful, and good. I have my simple pictures here, which we can use or which we can look at, and then afterwards you'll be able to draw yours, or you'll be able to tell how that person looks like. For example, the first one is hardworking. When you look at this gentleman, what he does really, you describe him as a hardworking person. It's not easy to walk or to move on water the way he's doing it. So when we see whatever he's doing, we describe him as a hardworking man. You can be able to draw a better picture so that you can describe a person as a hardworking person. Let's match our person with the word we have spelled, hardworking. Next, we have dark-skinned. My friend here, she is a dark-skinned woman. When you look at her body, the parts where you don't have the clothes, we describe her as a dark-skinned person. We are matching our picture with the word we have spelled, dark-skinned. Dark-skinned. Next, we have light-skinned. When you look at her, Yeah, you can describe her as a light-skinned person. Even at your home, on your way, you can look at somebody's color and you describe that person as a light-skinned person or a dark-skinned person. Let's match our picture here with our word which we spelled correctly. Light-skinned. Next, we have my friend here. I've not brought out all the features, but when you look at her, the way she has dressed, the way she has made her hair, yeah, you can describe her as a beautiful woman. I know you can draw more good pictures from the people you see who are beautiful, and then you'll be able to tell. So let's match our word with the word beautiful. Our next person, I tried to draw a mother. I always say that a mother is good. They do a lot of work, bring up a child from day one up to so many years in this world. A mother remains good, because what we see here, you see the woman, the mother, the way she's holding the baby, it means she's giving good care. That means she is good. We can describe her as a good mother. So let's match our picture here. And then the word we spelled, match it with the picture. So we have tried to draw some pictures which one can use to describe a person. Let's read through our words. Hardworking, hardworking. Dark-skinned, dark-skinned. Light-skinned, beautiful, and good. So these are the few words which we are trying. We are trying to build our vocabularies of the words which we use to describe a person, to describe people. We are describing people. That is our topic today. Now still writing them, writing our words. You can be able to write them. For example, the word hardworking, when you begin with the word hard, then you add on working, you can be able to spell your words properly. And two, these adjective words, somebody might have two. Somebody might have two adjective words. You can say she's light-skinned and beautiful. She's light-skinned and beautiful. She's good and beautiful. So one person or somebody can have more adjective words to describe the person. Let's get our sentences now. Construct sentences using and. Here what you are going to do, we are going to describe. We are going to construct our sentences using the describing words, but we are going to use the word and, because we expect the person to have more adjective word to describe the person than having only one. So you can say, my mother is good and beautiful. Such good sentences. So let's begin. We can use even others which we have already looked at. Sentence number one. We can give them names because we are describing nouns. This one we can give a name, and so on. Let's begin with the first one, which we said, my mother. You say, my mother is good and beautiful. We are using two adjective words to describe the person. We are going to get more sentences. Let's go for a short break. We shall come back and get more sentences.
Spell it out!
Yes, my friends, welcome back from that short break. Once again, my name is Teacher Lillian, taking you through our English lessons. Today's topic, as we see it, we are trying to describe people. And we have looked at the describing words. We have looked at hardworking, we are describing people. We have looked at dark-skinned, light-skinned, beautiful, and good. We went ahead. We looked at the pictures which can help us to see the people we can describe or to know. Because I know after looking at my pictures and the words, you'll be able to tell or you'll be able to describe any person you meet around as hardworking, others work in the forest, others work in the gardens, others in factories, others in so many places. But you look at a person and you describe. Then also we have the person as dark-skinned. We also looked at light-skinned. We are describing the person following the color. And also we are describing the person as beautiful. Really, we have beautiful people. People out there are beautiful. And also we have good. And we brought the picture of a mother, and we said whatever the mother does, just wants to make the child good. So we say this one can describe the person properly. Then we went on to construct our sentences using and. Yes, this is our first sentence. Let's get the second sentence, number 2. We are going to use our first picture here and the word, but we said a person can have more than one adjective word to describe that person. So we can say, my father is good and hardworking. My father is good and hardworking. Yes, this one can come in because we know that a father is the head of a family who does most of the work to see that the family is happy, the family gets whatever they need. So your father, when you see what your father does, you describe him as maybe a good man or a hardworking man. So you can say, my father is good and hardworking. Let's get our third sentence. Our third sentence using the word dark-skinned. I can say, my sister. Oh, yeah, my sister is beautiful and let's use dark-skinned, beautiful and dark-skinned. When you look at your sister, you look at her as a beautiful girl, and also when you look at her color, you describe her as a dark-skinned girl. So you can say, my sister is beautiful and dark-skinned. I'm trying to describe my sister. Then our fourth sentence, we are looking at this one here. I can say Jen. Jen is, yes, Jen is, yeah, let's use, we are picking any from what we have there. Jen is, yeah, let her also be beautiful and light-skinned. Light-skinned. Maybe Jen is from the neighbor or she's from the same village. So you can look at her and begin to talk more about her as a beautiful woman and also light-skinned. So you can say Jen is beautiful and light-skinned. We are using two adjective words to describe the person. Two adjective words to describe the person. Now, our next sentence, sentence number 4. Two adjective words or three, they can all describe a person. Let's use, come to this one here. We say, let's use any name, Akelo. Akelo is beautiful and good. You look at Akelo, you describe her as a beautiful person and also good. So these are the few sentences we have tried to get from our adjectives. We can get as many as possible. You can use even 3 adjective words to describe a person. Now, thanks for being with me in my school as we've been looking at the words which we use to describe people. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let's meet next time. God bless you.
Sarah says the most important thing that you can do to keep from getting sick is to wash your hands. That's all, kids. Bye-bye.
Welcome to English in a Minute, from home. I tried to grow potatoes this year. They were extremely small. But do you know what small potatoes means as an idiom?
Jonathan, last night's storm was crazy. My electricity kept shutting off.
Losing power is small potatoes compared to what happened to my neighbor. A huge tree fell on her house and her car, and her dog got scared and ran away.
Small potatoes describe something that's not very important in comparison with other situations. You can use it to show that a problem is insignificant or minor. You can also sometimes use it to express that something actually is small in size or amount. And that's English in a Minute.
Hello children, welcome to my school. I'm teacher Nagoso Ramadan, and I'm taking you through science. Said children, I'm Ramadan Nagoso, and I'll be taking you through science. And our topic today is, we continue looking at the types of roots. The types of roots. Children, say it, we're looking at science. Looking at science. And we want to look at the types of roots. We continue looking at roots. And under roots, we want to look at the second type of roots. The second type of roots. And that's root number 2. We want to look at the second type of roots that we are calling the fibrous. We're looking at the fibrous. The fibrous roots. Children, don't forget, we're looking at roots and we want to look at the fibrous roots. But before we do that, we need to remind ourselves very, very fast. Do we know some of the parts that make up a flowering plant? Part number 1, we have what we call the leaves. Leaves. We have the flowers. The flowers.